Howdy, folks. Sapper here, aka Sean, and welcome to the CORONAPOCALYPSE Part 2. Alright, I've just gotten everything set up. I've got order markers put on everybody. Look at that, I even made a little sign. Limit one per idiot. So before we get things started, I was looking at the fire elemental. And look at this. Got it. Let me get the camera on there. Searing intensity. After moving and before attacking, you must roll. Is that the one that I wanted to do? Yeah. If you roll a 14 or higher, the figure receives a wound. So I'm going to say if I roll, I mean, these are paper products. They're pretty flammable. So I'm going to give a 50% chance that just because the fire elemental is near the toilet paper, or the paper products, because it's paper towels too. All right. We'll say there's a 50% chance that one of the rolls catches on fire. And then if one of the rolls catches on fire, then we can kind of like, try to propagate the flame. So let's say there's a 50% chance. So if it is higher than a 10, we start a fire. And that is a 6. So his searing was not that intense this time. All right, anyway, so order markers are placed on both sides. Let's go ahead and roll for initiative. Green are these guys over here. And it'll be that way for the entire game. Ooh, look at that, man. It was close, but the forces of evil get to go first. Who do we have first? We've got the big boss. So he gets to go first. Let's see here. What can he see? Let me see here. What do we want to do with him? We kind of want to get him closer because with his aura, his minions get an extra attack die. So let's fly down to the bridge here. All right, look at that. Man, I'm telling you, this game is like, it's very filmable. Just because of the elevation and the point of view and like the terrain. I mean, this terrain was made by Hasbro. I mean, like these bushes here, I made those myself. But I think that's the only thing on this setup that, well, other than that prop right there. Everything else Hasbro made for the game. So these bushes here are the only things that I made. I mean, look at, I mean, these trees are amazing. So anyway, so Taylor moved, and look what I did. I moved the whole map. I slid the map closer to the edge. So now when I forget to do the pause button to go to the other side of the table, the distance that I have to move around is a little bit shorter. Man, I'm telling you, just the breakthroughs that are happening while I'm playing this game are just amazing. So anyway, let's see. Who do we have first? Looks like we got Dan the Prepper. So Dan, let's go ahead and set this guy down. So Dan, he's like, number one, he's stuck in the middle of this bridge. Number two, the only thing he's got between him and this horde of bad guys is this one Viking. Or excuse me, that one cosplayer Viking. So I'm thinking that Dan should probably, preppers are kind of loners. So right now there's a lot of people on this bridge. So I think I might have him jump over the bridge and he'll get in the forest over here and try to get him a little spot. So let's see. We've got this spot right over here. So Dan, you can barely see him, but Dan is right there. So we got to figure out, because he's going to jump. So if there's falling damage in this game, and if it's greater than your height, Dan has a height of 5. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's exactly 5. So it's not. I'm going to say it's not greater. So he can jump over and down without being hurt. So that is 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, does he have I don't think he's going to have line of sight to anybody. Let's move this piece of terrain out of the way. Let's look. Now, you can see the Viking, but the Viking doesn't matter. That tree just seems to be in the way of everything. And then, you know, he would have line of sight to those zombies, but he's only got a range of 10, so I'm pretty sure. 9, 10. Oh, so close. He could almost hit that guy right there. But, I wonder how is this thing set up? I don't even remember. Why am I having such a hard time with this? No, I'm pretty sure it was like that. Pretty sure. All right, so Dan did his move. Number 2, we've got the Phantoms, Phantom Knights. Yeah, I think what we're going to do... Those Momzillas over there look like they're prime targets for these Phantom Knights. So let's do that. Let's smack these Momzillas around, maybe. All right, something that the Phantoms didn't bargain for is the Momzillas have this engagement strike. So if you move adjacent to an agent, roll a 20. If you get a 15 or higher, then they receive a wound. So this could be terrible. Could be terrible for the Phantoms. They weren't expecting that. That's like, holy smokes, man, these Momzillas are truly Momzillas. So we'll roll for this one here. So 15 or higher, right? Yep, 15 or higher. That was a 7. You can't see it. I'm not going to keep moving the camera. And then this one has to survive this one. That was a 6. This one and that one. That was a 12. And then this one to that one. That was an 11. So the Momzillas aren't as tough as everybody thought. Now they get to attack. They have an attack of 3. So we'll do this. We'll do this pair right here. So this mom gets an extra defense die because she's on higher elevation. And it looks like we have got the first Momzilla has been taken out. I mean, look. It's not like you can see them from across the battlefield. Who wears white to combat? Of course, a Momzilla does, and her hair was perfect, right? She spent more time on her outfit and coordinating outfits than she spent on worrying about, trying to wear something that would blend into the environment and, maintain her weapons and all that kind of stuff. So you know what? Honestly, I think the Momzilla's kind of had it coming. So Momzilla number 1 is gone. Let me see, there was something else. Okay, the smoke powder doesn't count. So now we'll go here to here because he'll have the advantage. Oh, got my arm in the way. And then we have another good attack. 3 skulls to 2 shields. Got her. Another Momzilla down. This is not good, man. This is not good. And then, of course, the last one, he'll attack this guy right here. So that is... Okay, the Vikings have a defense of 4. And if you look at that, that's 2-1. So it looks like the Phantom Knights had a good round this round. They're racking up the kills. Look at that. They've killed 5. Got a total of 5 figures sitting on their card. All right, so let's see. That was number 2. So number 2 for this side are the Vikings. And since most of the Vikings are here, in fact, I think all the Vikings are here. So we have 1 there. Yeah, you can barely see the tip of my finger. So 1 Viking there, and we got 2 Vikings there. So he's going to turn around. This Viking right here is kind of stuck, right? Because you can't move. You can move through your own figures, but you can't move through enemy figures unless you have, I believe it's stealth dodge or stealth, or I know the Knights have it. They have stealth flying where you can move through figures. I think it's stealth dodge. So this Viking right here, he's just he's going to move forward by 1. That's about all he can do. Let's see here. Let's get a better vantage. There we go. So we'll conduct that attack right there, and then we'll conduct that attack right there. We'll see if the Vikings can do anything, because with 2/3 of the Momzillas gone, it is not going to be good for the forces of good. All right, let's see. There's something. Alright, the Phantoms have a defense of 4. They get 3 additional dice only if it's somebody trying to use a ranged attack on them. The Vikings aren't doing the ranged attacks, so it'll be 3 dice to 4 dice. And it looks like we have 1 attack deflected. And then we've got this pair here. So the zombies are a little bit easier to kill. Zombies only have a defense of 3. And there we go. There's a successful attack. 2-1. So, excuse me, these aren't zombies. These are hysterical idiots. All right, that'll do it for the cosplay Vikings. Let's see who number 3 is. Look at that. We got some cosplay, or excuse me, hysterical idiots. All right, we get to move 6. So obviously we'll move that one. That's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 3. 4. 2, 4. I'm going to try to get this National Guardsman up here. And then we have 1 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we can attack with 3. We can attack with any 3. Normally in the game, whoever you move are the ones that have to attack. So we'll attack this Viking on the bridge, and then we'll try to get this other guy over here. All right, so the Vikings have a defense of 4. Zombies have attack of 2. And that was this attack here was unsuccessful. And now we'll go ahead and try to do a swipe right here. What are the Airborne Elite or the National Guardsmen? They have a defense of 2. Oh, that is terrible. That is awful. And it looks like that turned out to be even. 1 skull, 1 shield. So the Airborne guys survived. The National Guardsmen survived 1 more turn. There's only 2 of them left. Let's see. Hopefully I put a marker on one of those guys, and I did not. Oh, and my short-sightedness, I did not activate those guys. Why not? All right, this Momzilla, there's one left. She's going to use the X and steal the turn from the Samurai. There's only one of her left. I think she's just going to try to... She's going to try to get revenge because this guy took out one of the New Jersey housewives, probably her best friend, on screen. Let's see what happens. Has an attack of 3. They have a defense of 4. Oh, man, that was a good roll for both of them. So that was even. So it looks like her kung fu was not strong enough. All right, who is... All right, so the last X marker goes on the zombies, or the hysterical idiots. I think we'll probably do that again. Oh, he had an extra attack die because of this guy. I didn't use it last time. Oh, well. It's the you snooze, you lose rule. You don't see it. Let's see. I gotta be careful with that camera. I think most of them are in place. Well, he can go get to there. You can move through your own guy. That's like 4, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this guy down here, you can see him. He is not tall. I mean, if you're tall enough, you can actually attack up, but he's not tall enough because that looks like a height of 7, and zombies are only 5 high. It's not feet. It's just a measurement of 5. So he's not tall enough. But we'll have 1 attack, then 2 attacks, and then we'll do the we'll do that attack over there, this attack here, and then we'll go to the other Special Forces National Guardsmen. 2. All right, it was 2 skulls to 2 shields, so that was good. Him being up on higher ground saved his butt. Now we'll go to those guys right there. Oh, look at that. That is terrible. See, sometimes that happens. You roll all blanks. I've had that happen with, there's one figure in the game, he's called the Death Walker 9000. He's a hero. Heroes normally have more than 1 life. But the Death Walker has 1 life. He's this big robot dude. And he has 1 life, but he rolls 9 defense dice. And I have actually rolled no shields on 9 dice before. It's kind of hilarious when it happens. And now we'll do this guy right here. I think there are 3, right? No, there are 2. Oh, I bet you can barely see that. That is 1-to-1. So this guy, man, he's tough. They must be West Virginia National Guardsmen. Those guys are the toughest National Guardsmen on the planet. And, boop. All right, last one is the Samurai. So we need to get these guys into battle. We've got 1 here, the other 2 are over here. They have movement of 5. If they have this charge ability. They can charge an extra 3 spaces if they are unengaged, and they can finish their movement next to somebody. I bet you that guy right there. Let's look at that aerial view. See, this game is amazing. Look at that. I'll bet you this is like having a drone, but not really. I'll bet you he can make it to that guy right there. Let's look. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, he can make it. So this guy's going to charge. which will get him right there. Now, if you could get a guy right there, they're too short. You can't, the height difference there is too much, so they wouldn't be adjacent because of the height difference. But if they had a ranged attack, they could definitely do that. But I think this guy is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he'll go here. He'll end his movement there. And then this dude here, because he's on a road, if he does all his movement on a road, he gets an additional 3. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, he can get to there. All right, so let's do this right here. Let's see what happens. Oh, can't get a good angle. Sometimes this elevation right here, it messes with my tripod placement, and I don't really feel like... I've got a bendable tripod that'll do all kinds of different stuff, and I just don't... It's a pain in the butt to get it to the way you want sometimes. Ooh, 5 attack dice. That's crazy. Let's see what we can do. I say that's a pretty good smackdown right there. Man, them nerds with those cosplay samurai swords, that must be a legit samurai sword right there. There we go. Killed one. So there we go. The nerds get a kill. And that's it for the turn. Ooh. Let's do... You know what? No, we'll do that at the beginning of the turn. We'll see if our stuff catches on fire. So let me go ahead and do a little bit of cleanup and a little bit of setup, and I'll be back. All right, everything's set up. Next turn, let's go ahead and roll for initiative. And it looks like a 19 and a 5. Man, I'm telling you, the good guys can't catch a break. And now, so we have to roll to see if the paper products catch on fire. We'll go ahead and we'll use that one. Skull represents fire. And nothing. Whew. This elemental's definitely keeping his distance. He's doing a good job of managing his intensity. His searing intensity. All right, so let me see here. Who do we got number 1? We got the Phantom Knights. Let's see here. What are they going to do? Well, I think this one will stay where he's at. This one's going to stay where he's at. So this one's the only one. You know what? He might lone wolf it and come down, sneak down behind the enemy. So let's do that. Let's lone wolf it. No, I don't want to be in the water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there we go. See that guy? Yeah, he took some high ground up here. He's up there by himself, but he's positioning himself for a later round. All right. We get the battle for the bridge. We got the last Momzilla upset at the fact that 2 of her closest Momzilla friends have been taken out. She's like, oh, no, you didn't. And this ghost is about ready to say, oh, yes, I did. So let's see what happens. Moms have 3 defense. And they have 3 attack. Everything else is even. And it looks like 1 skull to 1 shield. And Momzilla's like, don't you be tearing up the designer jeans. And now we've got the Viking. Viking has a defense of 4. And it looks like 1 to 1. Rolling some good defense. All right, who's number 1 on this side? Oh, it's the Momzilla. Here we go. She's about ready to put the smack down on this guy. 3 attack. What does he have? They have 4. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. She is like, oh, no, you didn't take that, you nasty ghost. just so filthy and disgusting. Boom, got it. All right, who is number 2? All right, looks like we've got some zombies. Got some zombie action. I think most of them, honestly, the only one that's not in position, we got the 2 on the bridge here. So we can move up to 6. I'm not moving either one of those. I'm not moving that one. So it's basically going to be this group here. We'll go 1. How tall are zombies? Zombies have a height of 5. Look at this. In his thirst for human brains, he jumps over the side of the bridge. And then we can do this. And I think that's it. Let's get him into position. He will go 2, 3, 4. All right, look at that. It's going to be blood and gore down in there. Blood and gore. All right, so we can attack with 3. We have more than 3 targets. We have 1, we have 2, we have 3, and then we have 4 targets over there. Let's see what we can do down here with the samurai. Zombies get... Let's see, they have a special ability. What is that special ability? Zombie Onslaught Special Attack. Range 1 attack 6. 3 zombies on the same level may combine their attacks. Well, we don't have that. That situation is not present, so we can't do the special. But that's all right. We're going to attack. We're going to attack that samurai right there. Oops, let me get the camera in the right spot. So that's 2 dice. And then the samurai get 3 dice. But what the zombies don't know is the samurai have something called counter-strike. So if there's... We'll see if this works. So this is what happens, right? So unblocked shields with a samurai are returned as skulls on the attacker. So you see there's no... Or not unblocked shields. Let me read it exactly. I know what it does. It's just hard for me to explain it. It's the same over here, Counter-Strike. When rolling defense die against a normal attack from an adjacent attacking figure, all excess shields count as unblockable hits on the attacking figure. Ooh, it doesn't work against other samurai because they can use their ninjutsu powers to do it. So, look at that. Took out a zombie, not even trying. It's like all in a day's work. So that was there. The zombies weren't counting on that. Heard a car door outside. I wanted to make sure nobody was trying to bust into my palace. We're going to do the other one. We'll do that one there. Same thing. What are the odds he gets extra shields? Pretty damn good. Got him. Samurai was like, that was left-handed. And then we'll go ahead. We're going to try to clear this bridge out right here. So Vikings are defensive 4. And looks like we got a Viking. So let it be known for the record. Samurai are better than Vikings. Boom, done. All right, let's see what we got going on. That was zombies. All right, my number 2 is on the Vikings. There's only 1 Viking left, so it's tough when you get down like you're using a whole order for 1 figure. If it's not a heroic figure, then it starts to become a waste, right? But that's it. So we're going to do that right there. Let's see if we can get these Phantoms knocked out, because the Phantoms have been... If you look over there, there's a stack of figures on that Phantom card. So the Phantoms have been really running through and cleaning house. I know I made the reference to the Lord of the Rings yesterday. I don't remember which one it was, but when they got all the Phantom warriors to fight on their sides, and they were just like swarming through the elephants and everything. That's what these guys remind me of. So let me see, 3 attack, and then the Phantoms have 4 defense. And look at that. That was good. Boom, got him. Alright, the zombies have the X marker, which in my version of the game, X's are just a bluff marker, but in my version, the X can go anytime they want. So they can interrupt a move from your own side. They can't interrupt a move from the opposing side. I'm going to hold off because I want to move the boss man. And I'm just, now he's seen what the samurai can do, so he's not going to be foolish and jump down in there, even though he is a hero. See, he has more than one life. So you have common figures, and then you have uniques. And a unique can be a squad too. They have unique squads as well. But if it's more than one figure, then they only have one life. If it's just one figure, then they have multiple life. He has 5 life, but he doesn't have a lot of defense dice. Or I think the defense dice for the samurai is 3 for the one group and 5 for the other group. So he's definitely not going to jump down in there and engage. But he wants to get to where he has line of sight. So he just moved the one space, and that's it. All right, we've got the number 3 on this side is these samurai, is the Izumi. We have the Kozuke, and we have the Izumi. So the Izumis are going to go. They also have counter-strike as well. So samurai, you don't want to attack the samurai. You want to well, you do want to attack them, but it's better to attack them with ranged weapons. They have a movement of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he has a movement of 9. If he stays on the road, he has a movement of 9. So that is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's going to here, and then his buddy behind him can do the same thing. So he's going there. Remember this guy right here? He was going to try to be sneaky. He's still going to be sneaky, but there's nobody to be sneaky on. 2, 4, 5, 6. All right, X marker was on the zombies, and the reason that my big boss man moved here is I think we'll get extra attack dice because that is 1, 2, 3, 4. He'll get an extra attack die. Oop. He'll get an extra attack die. And why don't I... Let's do this. He's going to jump over the edge. They're bound and determined to try to get that guy down there. So we've got 3 attacks possible. These samurai are going to pose somewhat of a problem. So we'll try to get that guy right there. And we'll try to get probably that guy right there. Where do I put this? I don't know. There we go. You get a good view of all of that, I think. So we got the bridge. Don't forget, Sean, include the extra attack die, which is only 3 for a zombie. That's terrible. These samurai here, they roll 5 defense. So that samurai, the red and white samurai, roll 5 defense. The blue samurai only roll 3 defense die. Ooh. Oh, that was bad. Samurai don't normally roll that poorly. But he is dead. Now, there we go. We got that combat right down in there. Ooh, man, that was bad. So that was 2 skulls and no shields. All right, and then last but not least, let's do that right there. 2 dice. I think those guys only have... So the Airborne National, or the West Virginia National Guard Forces, National Forces Special Guard, they have 2 defense dice, but because he's higher, he gets an extra. And all blanks, both sides. And then the last figure to move is Dan the Prepper. Let's see, what does Dan the Prepper want to do? Let's see what Dan can see. Can he see that zombie? Oh, that's tough to. No, you can't see that zombie. That stinks. That's tough to see that, but he cannot see him. He's just in a bad spot. Let's move him. What is his movement? I think it's 5. Yeah, his movement is 5. So we're going to, man, I don't think, he can't get through there because there's 1, 2, 3. He's 1, 2, 3, 4. He would have to use his whole movement to jump up onto that ledge right there. But he's going to do that because he wants to get up here. He wants a sniper perch. That's really what he wants. And preferably a sniper perch that is a long way away from people. He is going to, you know what? I think he's going to take a pot shot. Oh, there you go. He's going to take a pot shot at that guy right there. He only gets 1 die, which is, I mean, but this guy's confident in his skills, man. Every prepper is confident in the skills that they have. I don't know if you know any preppers. I know 1 or 2. And some of them are overestimating their ability to be able to do whatever they need to do. Okay, you moved, so you can't use that. You can use the sharpshooter. If you roll a 19 or 20, the dude is dead. So, you know what? I have a feeling that, because Taylord has a defense of 3, which would be 4 dice because he's on higher elevation. I am going to use this sharpshooter. So if Dan rolls a 19 or a 20, this dude got sniped. He got domed in the freaking forehead. Let's see. This would be awesome. Ooh. 12. All right, so no domage going on this time. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset, set up for the next turn. This video is approaching almost 40 minutes, so I'm going to upload this video, part 2, and then we'll get ready for part 3 of the Corona Apocalypse of 2020.